Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Francesca again, back with another reaction video. This time I'm going to be looking into some of Tom MacDonald's spoken word. The piece I'm going to be reviewing today is called Anarchy. Shout out to David Smith for recommending this. It seems that by popular demand many of you would like to see it. So let's jump in and find out what it's all about.
I got away from all the chains they tried to lock me up with. I wasn't made for 9 to 5s or working in construction. I never fit the system, my description is the suspect. I gave him all the finger, then I rode into the sunset. And I don't want to be promoted, I don't need to raise a buck. And I don't want the Christmas bonus or the new company truck. Keep that silly uniform I had to wash and dry. I'm not a brick that's in your wall, but you're a thorn that's in my side. I was born to not comply with all the orders and defy all of the horrors I survived. I feel like normal's a disguise, and I don't want an application or a half-an-hour lunch or a cubicle to work a job that I don't even love. My veins are full of gasoline, my motor's made of stolen parts. I've tightened all the nuts and bolts, but I don't want to work on cars. The system's...
Okay, so I'll play it back because this is obviously straight poetry. Yeah. I believe what he's speaking of in general is just being a slave to the system, and he doesn't want any part of it, and I completely understand where he's coming from. This message should resonate with many different people.
Parts. I've tightened all the nuts and bolts, but I don't want to work on cars. The system's trying to smother me, but anarchy is in my heart. They slashed my tires and cut my brakes. I'll crash now if it even starts. My boss don't even know that I make music he would care about. He thinks I'm just some stoner stacking boxes in a warehouse. I got dreams and goals and things I'm told are worth to keep aspiring. When music is my full-time job, then nobody can fire me. But right now it ain't hiring. My groceries expiring. My rent is due. My phone is off. The extra shifts are tiring.
So what's really interesting about this is at least 4 years old, and I'm not familiar with any of this material that he's released that old, but it's quite amazing to see how far he's come, and he really can, how do we say, give it to the man, or is that how they say it? But yeah, that's what he accomplished it, so good on him.
My groceries expiring, my rent is due, my phone is off, the extra shifts are tiring. I know I'm made for more than what my resume reflects. The government is trying to dumb me down with guns and booze and sex. I'm not a salesman, I couldn't sell beer in the prohibition. I've never been the type to make a living off commission. I'm no good at wearing suits or doing taxes for a business. I want to count some money, not the hours and the minutes.
So I don't think anybody really is good about wearing the suit and fitting into the mold. I mean, maybe some people are. I just don't think it's natural. I think it's what's been socially constructed, and I don't blame anyone for not wanting to be part of that system.
I want to count some money, not the hours and the minutes. I'm not a carpenter, a lawyer, a doctor. I'm not a waiter or a teacher or a cop or a plumber. I'm not a tradesman or an architect, an engineer, a pilot or a mailman. I'm something that don't fit into their perfect little game plan.
So with that said too, it's interesting because you can find your place in the world one way or another. I personally obviously am a teacher just because that was my way of making the world a better place. I figured if I could help children succeed, that would ultimately make some small impact on the world in some way. So I understand what he's saying, but if you're in this system, you can still go against the quote-unquote plan.
Engineer, a pilot, or a mailman, I'm something that don't fit into their perfect little game plan. I'm me. And they can try to kill my spirit with overtime when the barn burns, but if there's one thing I ain't scared of, it is long days and hard work. So they can pay themselves $1 while I only make a cent, but I will stack up all my pennies till they're higher than the fence. Then I'll climb them like a ladder and jump to the other side. Spend the nickels that I made on a taxi or hitch a ride. Bet they never thought they'd see the day I left them to survive and use the system that they built to leave their system all behind.
Ooh, that was an awesome ending. The system that he built to leave their system all behind. That's very interesting. I really like that. That was different. I was not expecting that. This probably won't be a very long video. It was very well put. That's Tom MacDonald for you. He knows how to make poetry and then turn it into rap. Well, it's rap. Poetry and rap to me are interchangeable. I think rap is just a different way of speaking poetry. So with that said, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe. Leave a comment if you feel so inclined to do so. Another side note is on my community page now, I have a top post. The top post on my page is basically recommendations. And if you would like to make a recommendation, please go there and do so. But first check the comments and make sure it's not already there, because if it is, I would request that you please vote on that comment, and whatever recommendation receives the most votes, I will review next. And just a spoiler alert, I will probably be doing Samson's Leave the Kids Out of It next, because that was also a very close runner-up to the Tom MacDonald spoken word. So look forward to that, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great night, and peace out.